dogs at. Yeah.
Most people don't even say anything.
Yeah, I know. Actually, my best friend's husband is from Dogs. And so, how long have you been here?
He's from here, from Durham, from East Durham, actually, before it was East Durham. And
All right. We also have a member of the family, the Ellickson's family, that lives next door.
Yes.
There's a pool in between these two houses that I know they've experienced a lot of dirt and matter in the pool and the pool lining. But this is Melanie, and she drives a school bus for Durham Public Schools. And so we caught her today in between her shifts just to get her experience for the things that she is having to deal with as the development takes place.
Yeah, I guess I'm speaking for me and my husband Robbie, but I thought it was going to be a nice summer taking off, as driving a bus from school, but ended up being a terrible summer because no sleep, the stress, the noise, the dirt in the pool. I have to keep cleaning the swimming pool, and everything is covered in dirt. My animals is scared to death. Every time they dynamite, they start panicking. I can see their little hearts beating. My cats and my dogs take off running, so I have to be careful not to let my cats out while they're working. And the dogs are in a fence, but still you can tell that they're traumatized. And it's just very stressful. If nobody has been here and you don't live around nothing like this, there's no explaining about the noise, the stress. It'll almost drive you crazy. I got insomnia while I was off during the summer for 2 weeks, and I had to get put on medicine, thank God, because the noise they were drilling sounded like they were right at my window. It sounded like they were inside my house. And then the working on the weekends, we were told there was no working on the weekends. Well, other people come in working from other contractors and stuff, so I guess they really couldn't speak for everybody. So they were nice enough, one man was nice enough to get off his machine and leave when I told him, hey, I was told we wasn't supposed to be out here, you wasn't supposed to be out here. And they said, well, they didn't, was not told that. So I talked to the man, and he told me that they're going to have to work some because they're behind on the job. I said, but in the first you told me that there would be no work on the weekends because I need my rest on the weekends because I get up at like 4:30 and 5 to drive the school bus. So there's really, my weekends, I depend on my weekends. So if they're working on Saturdays, that's an extra day is taken away from me, understanding they need to finish the job. But unless you've, like I said, it's nothing to tell you about it. You would just have to be here and see it and for yourself. And like I said, cleaning the pool more because dirt's getting in there from everything. And pictures falling in my house with glass and stuff. I come home from out of town and there was picture frames that my husband didn't even know they had fell. And I was like, thank God they didn't bust. But it's unexplainable unless you can be here and see it 24/7. Early in the morning, late at night. They've even left some equipment off when they've shined their highlights LEDs in our house the whole night. Went down there to shut off the machine, and it's locked up, of course. But we wanted to turn the lights off. So it's just, there's nothing you can do because money talks. But I feel like the more y'all keep letting this happen, you're taking all the trees away, you're running all the animals away. We're so overpopulated as it is. And to me, every time y'all do this, it's just making things worse. The traffic, we can barely get out of our driveways. And you wait, I don't care if they put a roundabout, a stoplight, or whatever down here. There's going to be accidents here because there's too many people on this road as it is.
Yeah, they're flying up and down the road as we've experienced. We come out and try to get water.
We have to pull out instead of back out now because we're scared they're going to top the hill, and run over us. Can't even hardly go to my mailbox. Dump trucks is having to stop, and they're nice enough sometimes to let me go across the road, but it's like it's just getting too busy around here, and it's too you know, it's too, I guess, overpopulating the area. It makes
So-
it hard on everybody.
I'm thankful that you came by today. We spoke with Jean, but I know I spoke with you in the beginning before I actually met your parents, and I said to you, can you explain to me what it's like? And you told me some, but now as we've watched this development progress, I can only imagine. And I know you inquired about the weekends because you did need rest, and they have told you that they would even be working on Saturdays now. Like I said, we've talked to our leaders, our county commissioner, city council, mayor, but until you experience it, you can't really understand.
Right.
So
Right. You
I
can hear us
really
talk.
thank you for agreeing to talk with us.
Right.
And explaining some of the stuff that you've had to experience, and as your dad, Gene and I were talking about, this is just the beginning,
Right.
Because we haven't even started the actual construction of the homes,
Right.
And it is, and as we'll show you in this video, right on their property line, and so I feel for your dogs because I've met your dogs, and
and people that, like I said, until you come out here yourself, looking at this video, going down there and speaking and talking, that's nothing if you was to come out here and see it yourself.
That's right.
And look, and a lot of people think we're just complaining, and we're not complaining, and we're good people. It's just we're used to being here all of our lives, and all of a sudden you just come in and just like take over, and we have nothing. We lost trees that we had planted, cypress trees in our backyard we had planted. A big one fell on my tree over the fence, and almost hit my dog one day. Thank God he could still hear. He's 12 years old. And I told him to please, I was on my break from school, and I said, can you please come and remove this off the fence? I have to go back to work. They can get out of the fence now because one of the trees, since y'all have taken all of this out here, it's making everything blow over, and it's caused them trees to snap off. And we paid money for them trees, but we lost them. But he was nice enough to go ahead within 10 minutes while I was at home to remove all the trees, so I wouldn't be worried when I go back to work that something would happen to my animals. So and that's another thing. I mean, it don't stop. I could go on if I had time. I could go on and probably think of some more things that I've missed. But for the most part, it is just very stressful, and it's heartbreaking because, we've lived here since I was 4 years old, and now it's like, it's just, we're not even gonna be able to get out of our driveways anymore. And until you come out here and see it for yourself, instead of listening and looking at these videos, you would understand where anybody would be coming from and where anybody would be unhappy with this situation.
absolutely. Thank you, Melanie. Thank you so much.
Thank you for listening.
For taking the time, and we're trying to do everything we can to bring attention to this issue.
I hope
because
so.
as you said, until they come, and we have begged and
That's what I'm
begged
saying.
them.
You've got to come out here and
please
see
come
it.
out and
Come
see
out here and
this,
see it. This is
'cause you
nothing
can't
telling you about it.
understand.
It is just, it's terrible.
Right.
And, thank God, like I got my medicine and I'm back to normal. But during that time, they were drilling right there at my window. I was like, this is unreal.
Right.
I was like, the noise and the trucks coming in and out, and not speaking about, we had a nice place out in the front yard, and now they've got mud thrown everywhere and tearing up Robbie's grass he takes care of and loves. I'm like, it's just awful.
They do periodically
Mailbox is
wash.
red now.
Yeah.
They did say they was going to wash both of our homes after the blasting. They're going to wash both of our homes and the garages and everything. They're going to pay and have all that washed because I asked them. I said, usually we've already had our homes cleaned and pressure washed, and we can't because it is red stuff steadily coming here.
Right.
He said, I tell you what, I'm going to talk to the contracting group gentleman or whatever his name was, and I'll get right back with you. And he got right back with me and said, we will have everything done. And I said, well, thank you for that. That's one thing I've got.
The one that's done.
Yeah.
Cardinal.
So,
Okay.
all right. So is that
Thank
it?
you.
That's great.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you. I hate to